Maria Stevenson of St. Hughes is listed in 2. In 3, we have Seychelle Walters representing GC Foster. In lane 4, probably the favorite for this heat, Antonique Strawn. She represents MVP, has a personal best of 10.92. In 5 should be the versatile Ranisha McGregor, representing Bona, personal best at 100 meters of 11.35. And Elise Redmond via Guyana, and representing Bethlehem Moravian College. She's listed in lane 6, has a personal best of 11.80. Crystal Morrison of Titans is listed in lane 7 with a personal best of 11.51. She is going to be in the mix-up. In lane number 8, or listed in lane number 8, Angelina Ferguson of Dynamic Speed Track Club.
So remaining pretty consistent with Samantha Hall of MVP leading the way with
so that's a listing for Heat 2. But let us also provide you with some updates of what's happening in the field. So going on in the field also is the long jump for men. So long jump going on. And leading in the long jump right now, David Tomlinson representing GC Foster with a jump of 6.96. He leads. That's David Tomlinson of GC Foster. In second, with a jump of 6.79, Shivani McLeod of GC Foster. And I'll tell you what, Leonard Bota of Bethlehem Moravian College via Cameroon, he's just taken the lead with a jump of 7 meters on the nose. A few jumpers to come. Sean D. Thompson, of course, representing Sprint Tech, the favorite. Season's best of 7.88 and personal best 8.22. He's probably the favorite here at Velocity Fest 16 in the long jump.
Representing the MVP Track and Field Club by way of the Bahamas, welcome Anthony Strawn. In lane number 5, she's won 4x4 relay medals at the World Championships and Olympic Games.
We're back to the women's 100 meters.
Ranisha McGregor.
And
in lane number 7, she's a 12.69.
McGregor is there, so too Antonique Strawn, the 2 fastest on personal best. Of course, Strawn, the only sub-11 sprinter in this field. Let's give you the lineup again. Amaria Stevenson of St. Hughes, listed in 2. In 3, Seychelle Walters of GC Foster, Antonique Strawn of MVP in 4, Ranisha McGregor in 5, Redmond of Bethlehem Moravian in 6, Morrison of Titans in 7, and Ferguson of Dynamic Track Club in lane number 8. Athletes have been called to their marks. Gun sends them off and running, and that's Strawn who is leading. Strawn being challenged by Walters, and Strawn is going to come through. Strawn ahead of McGregor, and 11:56 is the flash time for Antonique Strawn. Time confirmed now at 11.71. McGregor in second, 11.76. Morrison third, 11.83. The wind speed negative 1.1. So win there for Antonique Strawn. A reminder that after these heats, we'll have the finals later on today, Top 16 will advance to the finals. So there'll be two finals, two sectional finals. There'll be A final and a B finals. The top 8 times will go through to the A finals, and then 9 to 16 will go to the B finals. So that was heat number 2 out of the way. And one more heat to come. So one more heat to come. The women's 100 meters, sponsored by SDF, that's the Sports Development Foundation. And the third heat, I suppose, is the best or the most loaded with quality, I would want to say. But let's go through the lineup here. So we'll start with 1, representing Tarrant. In 1, the Queen of Fraser. In 2, Chanel Dawson of UTEC. In 3, the talented Lavanya Williams, representing Elite. Listed in lane number 4 is Serena Cole of MVP. In 5, Toby Amasan. She's representing Racers. Sharia Henry, representing Titans, is listed in 6. Adesia France of GC Foster via Guyana is listed in 7. And Brianna Gardner of Motorcade listed in lane number 8. The lineup for heat number 3 in the SDF sponsored women's 100 meters.
We start in lane number 1 and welcome from Tarrant High School, Laniqua Fraser.
A reminder, we have a couple of world record holders in here. World record holder at the 100 meters hurdles, Tomi Amusan. Of course, that world record 12.12, and of course right next to her in lane number 4, Serena Cole, the lead-off leg on that world under 20 world record team. Serena Cole, by the way, personal best 11.13, and the hurdler, Toby Amusan, personal best 11.10. So lots and lots of speed here. And this should be a cracking heat in the women's 100 meters. As the athletes go to their blocks, reminder, Fraser, Dawson, Williams, Cole, Amusan, Henry, France, and Gardner. That's the lineup for Heat 3. Gun sends them off and running, and there is a call back, and I think that might have been Lavanya Williams in lane number 3. Looked as if she slipped out of the blocks a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see what the decision is from the starting crew. Certainly would want to have this heat go off with all the contenders still in place. As you see, that looks like Bruce James just walks across and has a quick word. I think Lavanya in lane number 3, I think she slipped a little bit, and that might be taken into consideration as not seeing any cards, and the athletes are being asked to go back to their blocks. So no one will be disqualified here. The field remains, and we'll have the rest that we were anticipating. again, it's Fraser, Dawson, Williams, Cole, Amusan, Henry, France, Gardner, Zagun sends him off and running. Serena Cole gets up to a good start. She's ahead of Amusan. Serena Cole, here come Amusan. Serena Cole, Amusan takes it though. 11-4-1 for the Nigerian. Toby Amusan. Time confirmed at 11-4-1. Cole second, 11-5-0. Cole got up to a very good start, but simply could not hold on to it as Toby came through strong in the second half of the race. Williams second, 11.67. That pretty close to her personal best. The wind speed negative 1.9.
11.67 for Lavania Williams. And of course, if you want to stay up to date with what is happening
so
here at
that concludes the heat of the women's 100 meters, the SDF sponsored women's 100 meters.
Later on, the first 8, Toby Emerson of races 11.41, Serena Cole of MVP 11.50, Kashika Cameron of Elite 11.54, Lavania Williams Elite 11.67.
Now that the women's 100 meters is completed, next on track will be the men's 100 meters. A reminder, these are just the heats, and we'll have the finals later on today. So the women's heats are now completed. Let me see if we have confirmation of the top 8 times. So Toby Amusan with 11.41 is fastest into the A finals. Serena Cole 11.50. She's going to make that A finals as well. Kashika Cameron 11. So let me go over that. Toby Amusan 11.41, fastest into the A finals. Serena Cole 11.50. She makes the A finals. Kashika Cameron 11.54 will make the A finals, as will Lavania Williams with 11.67. Anthony Strawn 11.71 makes the finals. Anisha McGregor 11.76 will make the A final. Jura Levy 11.79 also makes it into the A finals, as will Crystal Morrison with 11.83. We have to throw over now to the men's 100 meters. So we'll start with lane number 3 with Jordan James of GC Foster, has a personal best of 10.40. In lane number 5, Taekwondo Tracy representing Swept. He has a personal best of 9.96. Saw Taekwondo Tracy the other day in bobsled, by the way. He is back on track now. And event sponsored by Grace Kennedy. In 6, we have Tayshawn Seeley of UTEC, 7, Joe Barnell of Swept, and 8, Joel Bryan of UE Mona. Taekwondo Tracy should be the red-hot favorite in this one. He is going to be competing in lane number 5. Gun sends him off and running, and Taekwondo Tracy gets up to a good start. Taekwondo Tracy is ahead of them. James looks to be second, but Taekwondo Tracy is easy through the line. The flash time 10.82. So Taekwondo Tracy, time confirmed at 10.85. The win negative 2.9, so pretty strong against them. Seeley got up for second in 10.96. And James third, 11.10. So top 3 from heat 1 of the Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters. We move now to heat number 2, and we'll start with lane number 1, where we have Romario McIntosh of Dynamic Speed Track Club. personal best of 11.11. Devon Lysythe of Swep is in lane number 2, personal best 10.71. Wayne McPherson of Dynamic Speed Track Club is listed in 3 as a personal best of 10.45. Jason Lewis of Swept listed in 4, personal best of 10.49. Earl Simmons, who had a pretty good season last year, got to a personal best of 10.13, sorry. He's representing GC Foster via St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He's going to be in lane number 5. And lane number 6 we have Rashid Foster of Michael. So Rashid Foster of Michael, personal best 10.26. And then in lane number 7, the former Jamaica College man, record holder at class 3 for the 100 meters, Christopher Scott, representing UTEC, is going to be in 7. And Romain Huffenden of Michael is going to be in lane number 8, personal best of 10.94. A quick update in terms of the long jump. The lead has changed in the long jump. The lead now with Sean D. Thompson on his second jump. 10.02 for Sean D. Thompson, a season's best, first time over 8 meters for him this season. The win positive 0.4. So Sean D. Thompson has joined the crew of Jamaicans over 8 meters so far this year, of course, led by 2019 world champion at the long jump, Tajay Gale, who's gotten out to 8.34 meters. So 8-meter jumping for Jamaica happening. And I think the long jump for men happening later on today at World Indoors. So I want to keep a track of what is happening in the long jump as we are watching the 100 meters. For those who are just joining, let me give you the lineup again as the athletes go back to their blocks. It's Romario McIntosh of Dynamic Speed Track Club is in 1. Nebon Lysythe of Swept is in 2. Wayne McPherson of Dynamic Speed Track Club is in 3. Jason Lewis of Swept in 4. Earl Simmons representing GC Foster is in 5. Rashid Foster of Michael in 6. UTEC's Christopher Scott is in 7. And Michael's Romain Huffington is representing from lane number 8. As the athletes take to their blocks. Fastest time so far coming, of course, from heat number 1, 10.85. Let's see if these men can go faster than 10.85.
Break at the start for the second heat of the
There's a break at the start.
Representative from JW Streaming needed at the announcers area. Representative from JW Streaming needed at the announcers area urgently.
So we go again. Let's see. Well, there's some instructions being given to the athletes. Not certain what it is, but they've been called to their blocks now. So this is heat number 2 of 9. A reminder that the top 14 will contest 3 sectional finals later on today. So there will be an A final, a B final, and a C final. So there is reward in running fast here in the East. So it's McIntosh, Lysythe, McPherson, Lewis, Simmons, Foster, Scott, Huffington in lane number 8. Gunn sends him off and running. And that looks like lane number 3. That's McPherson who gets ahead of them. Lewis is coming. Foster is also there, but it's Foster who gets it. 10.63. The flash time for Rashid Foster of Michael. 10.65 confirmed now for Foster. The wind speed, negative 1.9. So Rashid Foster representing Michael has gotten that win. Looks like Simmons in second with 10.83. And McPherson held on for third with 10.88.
Of the men's 100 meters.
So pretty close
10.83
for the first 70 meters or so. But Rashid Foster managing to get ahead of them in the final 30 meters or so. Superior top end speed proving an asset to the man from Michael.
Negative 1.9 meters per second, the wind speed for that second heat of the men's 100 meters.
So I think we're ready for heat number 2. So let's go to heat number 2. And in heat number 2, sorry, this would be heat number 3, not heat number 2. So heat number 3 has Yunde Ntala of Dynamic Speed Track Club in lane number 1. Has a personal best and personal best of 11.06, season's best 11.37, so I'm certainly want to improve both of those. The Marcells of MVP is in lane number 2, personal best of 10.65, so that's a personal and season's best of 10.67. Shakur Williams of Titans is in lane number 3. In 4, we have O'Dane Crooks of New Era Track Club, personal best 10.46. Former Steertown Academy man Tayshawn Barnes, now at GC Foster, personal and season best 10.49. He's in lane number 5. Mario Williams of MVP is in lane number 6. And Dynamic Speed Track Club's Johan Ogilvy is going to be in lane number 7, personal best of 10.71. Mario Williams, by the way, personal best 10.25. He's going to be in the mix-up. As we see athletes in lane 2, that Seals. And he just held up his hand and got up out of the blocks. It doesn't look comfortable any at all. There has been some issues at the start. I'm not sure or certain what's going on at the start. We're ready again. So let's go. It's Tuller, Seals, Williams, Crooks, Barnes, Williams, and Ogilvy. Heat number 3 of the Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters. Gun sends them up. Oh, there's a break at the start. And I'm not sure who would have made the first move there. It's going to be interesting to see what the officials decide to do. As I said, the athletes, they haven't looked too comfortable in the blocks. There's been a lot of tittery movements, I'd want to say. I saw Lavania Williams in the women's section slipping. As you see, starter's assistant walks across. That's a red card being held up. Is it? I think it is. So that's a red card. I think that was Ogilvy in lane number 7. As we try to go again. You can see the volunteers from GC Foster just standing behind the blocks to assist the athletes at the start. But the lineup again. As there's another recall. So Again, the athletes not looking too comfortable at the start here. And I'm not certain what's happening.
Men's long jump competition. So Shawnee Thompson, after falling his first effort, 8:02 in round number 2, and then falling again in round number 3, but he still has the lead, and it's a commanding lead as well. David Tomlinson of GC Foster College in second at 7.46 meters, and Oliver Allen of Swept in third at 7.34 meters. With,
so I'm not certain what is happening at the start, but obviously the athletes are not comfortable, and the starter's assistant has given another red card. I think this time that is lane number 3. Lane number 3, I think that would be Shakur Williams. Well, let's see. Yes, it is. So Shakur Williams of Titans, the fastest on personal best in the field, red carded for a false start. So let's see if we can go again. I think this is 4th time lucky if we get this one going off. Let's give you the lineup again. It's Stoller, Sales, Crooks, Barnes, Williams. So only 5 remaining in the field. Gun sends them off and running, and they're called back again.
Not quite. So we've had 2 disqualifications already. Johan Ogilvy of Dynamic Speed, and unfortunately the fastest in the field, Shakur Williams.
So I'm not certain what's going on, but I would suggest that this heat, the athletes will be asked to step away, and the next heat will be asked to take the track. We've already had 3 breaks at the start, and an attempted start where athletes held up their hand. So I think at this stage, you may see this heat just being asked to step aside. Are they being asked though? Don't think so. Looks as if we'll go again. And the starter's assistant is coming across. I think that's a yellow card in her hand though. Let's see. She's coming, I think that's lane number 2. She's coming to lane number 2. That's Sales, the Sales. And she stopped in his lane. Bruce James also out there. And I think this time everyone survives. So they haven't switched it out. We'll go again. This is the 5th try at it. I'll give you the lineup again for those who are remaining. It's Toller, Sales, Crooks, Barnes, Williams. Mario Williams, MVP in lane number 6. Gun sends them off and running after 5 tries. We have a start. And Barnes going well. Crooks also going well. Crooks takes it. The time, 10:54 for Dane Crooks of New Era. Shutting it down with about 10 meters to go. 10:54 for Crooks. The wind speed negative 1.8. Barnes in second, 10:60. Williams third, 10:61. Sales comes through in 10:86. And Tolo finishing 5th in 11:30. So finally, heat number 3 is done and dusted. And we go to heat number 4, where we have in this lineup Kaden Robinson of Jamaica College. In lane number 2, we have Kashim Green of MVP. In 3, Javon White of GC Foster. In 4, Nicoy Drummond of Swept. In lane number 5, we have Omarion Barrett of GC Foster. In 6, O'Dane McPherson of Sprint Tech. 7 is going to be occupied by Jordan Ferguson of Kingston College. And lane 8, we have Marky Zephyrin of Excelsior Community College. He's originally from Turks and Caicos. So fastest in this field, my personal best, O'Dane McPherson of Sprint Tech. He's going to be in lane number 6. Also want to watch lane number 3, Javon White of GC Foster. Yeah. Lane number 3 of White doesn't look settled any at all. Is fidgeting about, but looks as if everyone's now finally settled. Gun sends them off and running. And it looks like White in 3, who's gotten up to a good start. Also going well is Drummond, but in 6, McPherson, O'Dane McPherson, steps through the field and takes it. The flash time 10:55 confirmed for O'Dane McPherson, 10:55. The wind speed negative 1.4. Barrett comes through for second in 10:67. And White held on for third in 10:78, sorry. The wind speed, negative 1.4. So that does it for heat number 4. We'll step to heat number 5, and we'll give you the lineup for that one. So, in lane 3, or listed in lane 3,
Javon White came through third at 10:70.
we have,
representing GC Foster College.
well, there are a couple of
Ferguson finishing in
DNSs for lane 1 and 2,
for Kingston College.
but I'm pretty sure I'm seeing athletes out there. But let's go with the listed lineup that we have here.
We're still making some adjustments for that heat. So Barrett third at 10:67. Here we go. So McPherson of Sprint Tech 10:55.
So yes.
So
I'm seeing an athlete in lane number 1, and
at 10.78.
listed in 1 would have been Demario Thorpe, but he's also listed as DNS. So we'll go with what we have here. And we have from lane 3,
lane number 6,
Tevin Hyman of GC Foster. So Tevin Hyman, GC Foster, is listed in 3. Roshawn McLeod of Titans in 4. Shani Smith of Dynamic Speed Track Club in 5. In 6, Japan Via Racers, Kendai Katsui in 7. Devin Fleming of GC Foster. And lane 8, we have Desiree Turner of Jamaica College. So fastest in this field, 5 and 6, Smith and Katsui. Gun sends him off and running now for heat number 5. And in lane number 3, going well. And Ashani Smith comes forward. Ashani Smith is going to take that one. 10:55 for Ashani Smith. Flash time. Let's see if we can get the confirmed time. Ashani Smith confirmed at 10:55, the winner. The wind speed negative 0.9. The Japanese athlete second in 10:75.
So we still have competition going on in the men's long jump. Sean D. Thompson leads the way still
in 10.75, and third, that's McLeod, Roshawn McLeod of Titans with 10.91.
Won by Samantha Hall of MVP at 56.16. Shirley Lawrence of Reckless Control in second at 55.9.
So heat number 5 done and dusted. Will
the men's 100 meters
move to
event sponsored by Grace Kennedy. We've just seen section 5 won by Ashana Smith of Dynamic Speed 10.55, and now we head to section 6 of 9. In lane number 2, the Antican representing Kingston College, Ricardo Clarke. In lane number 3, Orlando Wint representing Bethlehem Moravian College. In lane number 4, he's already run 20.20 for 200 meters this year. Representing Dynamic Speed Track Club, Ackeem, Blake.
So we'll go to heat number 6. And this probably is the big one. Heat number 6. We'll go to the lineup here. Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters. Listed in 1, Ricardo Clarke of Kingston College. In 2, Orlando Wint. So that's Ricardo Clarke in 2, Wint in 3, Ackeem Blake in 4, Keyshawn Thompson in 5, Romando Thomas of Michael in 6, Romel Swell of MVP in 8. And that's the lineup. Of course, fastest in this field, 10.89 man, Ackeem Blake in lane number 4. Expect him to get out to a quick start. Former World Indoor 60 meters bronze medalist. As a gun sends them off and running, Ackeem Blake in lane number 4 gets up to a good start. Ackeem Blake is stepping. Look at Ackeem Blake goes, and he steps through the line. Fastest time so far today, 10.23. The wind speed negative 0.9. Ackeem Blake stepping. Wint in second, 10.56. And Thomas coming through for third in 10.76. Has set a personal best this year already at 200 meters. Ackeem Blake. And he looks ready. 10.2. And that's the way you send the message that you are the best in this field.
Class 2 champs 100 winner 10.56 in a second. 10.76 for Keyshawn Thomas of Motorcade in third. Competitors for the women's 400 meters report to the start area. Competitors for the women's 400 report to the start area.
So
Thompson in round 4 of the men's long jump. That looked big, but it's a big fall as well. That won't count.
So let's go to heat number 7 of 9 in the Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters. In lane 2 we have a Johnny Campbell of Jamaica College. In 3 we have a Shawnee Grey of Dynamic Speed Track Club. In lane number 4, representing GC Foster, Jay Switter, first leg on Jamaica's gold medal winning team at the World Under-20s last year. At lane 5 we have Makish Compton representing Sprint Tech. In 6, Zharnel Hughes, personal best of 9.83. In lane number 7, Mental Craig of UTech. And 8, Yankee O'Kane Heap of Swept. Saw Zharnel Hughes warming up earlier today and had a discussion with some of the folks here about the fact that he's been here pretty much his whole entire senior career, his pro career. He's 30 this year, and that means he's been here probably 10, 12 years now. This is Zharnel Hughes. So again, the lineup: Campbell, Sigree, Witter, Compton, Hughes, quick and yip. Gun sends him off and running. Zharnel Hughes in 6. Hasn't gotten out to a good start. Compton ahead of him, but here comes Zharnel Hughes. Zharnel Hughes! Oh my word! What a run from Zharnel Hughes. 10.11 from him. The win 0.5, negative 0.5, and I know 10.11 isn't the quickest you're gonna see, but it's the way he did it. Zharnel Hughes looks so smooth like butter. Zharnel Hughes. Woo. He looks in spanking form, does Zharnel Hughes. So Zharnel Hughes 10.11, the winner. Sigri second, 10.57. Witter third in 10.58. Compton fourth, 10.61. And while I try to digest that run there from Zharnel Hughes, I said smooth like butter. And that's an apt description of that run. Let's go to the next heat. From Jamaica College, Dens St. Hilaire in 2, Nakad Hines of Titans in 4, Kyle Richards of UWI Mona in lane number 5, Adrian Carr of Motorcade in lane number 6, Jordan Morgan of Dynamics Speed Track Club in 7. From Racers, Danish Main, and that is the lineup. We had a couple of athletes, DNS, Aubrey Allen of course doing the long jump currently. One of the fastest in this field by personal best, Adrian Carr at 10.08, also fastest in terms of season's best, just ahead of Morgan of Dynamic Speed Track Club. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Lane number 5 and 6, Carr and Morgan. Gun sends him off and running. Adrian Carr is the favorite here. Adrian Carr is stepping. Morgan trying to go with him, but Adrian Carr is away from them. Adrian Carr eases through the line. 10.39 for Adrian Carr. And confirmed now at 10.37. Wind speed negative 0.4. Morgan in second, 10.44. Richards comes through for third with 10.75.
Richards in third, that's Kyle Richards of UWI Mona at 10.75.
So I'm not certain how many races Carr has run this year so far, but I can tell you I've seen him almost every track meet. I've seen him run at least one race. So he's already run a lot already this season, Adrian Carr, and it's starting to pay dividends for him. He's getting quicker and quicker and looks better and better. So we move to the 9th and final heat in the Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters. We'll go to the lineup now. In lane number 2, we have Roshawn Richards of UWI Mona. In 3, Clinton Simmons of GC Foster. In 4, we have Devon Whiteley of UA Mona. In 5, we have Brendan Rodney via Canada, but representing Sprintech. That's Brendan Rodney. In 6, Sitali Kenny of Racers. He's from Zambia, running unattached in lane number 7, Lennon Green. And 8, we have DeMark Stevenson of UE Mona. Fastest in this field, of course, coming from, or fastest on personal best in this field, Brandon Rodney in lane number 5. Gun sends him off and running. Rodney has gotten up to a good start. Brandon Rodney Is ahead of them. It's being pressured by Kakini, but Rodney comes through for it. Brendan Rodney. 10:59 for Rodney. Wind speed negative 2.0. Bradnon Rodney 10:59. The Zambian Kakini 10:62. And Green third in 10:71. So I think we'll have the top 24. Let me see if I could give you, starting with the C finals. Reminder that the placings in terms of A finals, B finals, and C finals is determined by the time ran in the heats. So I think we have the top 24 here. Yes, we do. So, qualifying to the C finals, we have Omarion Barrett, Javon White, Ricardo Hines, Kishan Thomas, Kade Katsui, Kyle Richards, Lennon Green, and Nikoi Drummond. They will contest the C finals. The B finals will be contested by Rashid Foster, Sital Katkani, Makish Compton, Mario Williams, Tayshawn Barnes, Brendan Rodney, Jay Switter, and Ashani Sigri. Let's give you the lineup for the A finals, starting at 10.56 with Orlando Wint, Ashani Smith, O'Dane McPherson, O'Dane Crooks, Jordan Morgan, Adrian Carr, Ackeem Blake, and Zharnel Hughes, the fastest at 10.11. Ackeem Blake next at 10.23. And of course, Adrian Carr at 10.37. The top three into the finals of the men's 100 meters, the Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters.
And Orlando Wint of Bethlehem Moravian College 10.56. Those are the 8 to contest the A final. Those who have qualified now to contest the B final, positions 9 through 16. Ashonis Agree, Dynamic Speed 10.57. Chase Witter, GC Foster College 10.58. Brendan Rodney, Sprint Tech 10.59. Tayshawn Barnes, GC Foster College 10.60. Mario Williams, MVP 10.61. Makish Compton, Sprint Tech 10.61. Sitale Kakini of Racers 10.62. And Rashid Foster, Michael.
So next on track, I believe is going to be some 400 meters. Yes, yes. So 400 meters. Next on line, the women's 400 meters. So that will be 2 sections. Will be section B and section A. So they're just setting up now for section B. Representing the Racers Track Club, Keyshawn Thomas of Motorcade 1076, Nicarda Hines of Titans 1077, Javon White of GC Foster College 1078. We're still tracking, of course, the men's long jump. I think we're now into the final round, 6th round, and it's still being led by Sean D. Thompson. He's had 5 jumps so far. 3 of those 5 jumps have been foul jumps, with 2 being legal jumps, of course. The biggest one coming in the 2nd round with 8.02 meters. So 8.02 meters. Leader Sean D. Thompson, he also had a jump in the 5th round of 7.51. I'm supposing he wants to get out to 8.22 meters at some point today. Well, he has 1 more jump to do that, does Sean D. 2nd place, representing GC Foster, David Tomlinson. with 7.50 meters.
For the men's 400 meters, you should be at the
Also have some results here from the discus throw. Discus throw event, women's discus throw, won by Samantha Hall with a throw of 56.16. Samantha Hall representing MVP. Shade Lawrence of Reckless Control, 55.96 in second. And Victoria Christie of Reckless Control, 48 meters dead in third.
The JC-sponsored women's shot put competition is already in progress. Katie Gordon of Excelsior leads with 11.10 meters ahead of Donnie Thurn of UTEC 10.42. And they are in the second round of that competition. Many of these athletes preparing for the Intercollegiate Championship, which will be held in April. The men's discus throw competition is also coming up.
I'm actually looking at the athletes on the infield, and I'm seeing the fabulous looking Rushell Clayton, former bronze medalist at the 400 meter hurdles, the World Championships bronze medalist. She's contesting the flat 400 today in the A finals. So she's waiting on this event to be completed. As we just saw Aubrey Allen completing his sixth and final jump. He finishes in third with a best jump of 7.36 meters. So Tomlinson and Sean D took home in the men's long jump.
3 competitors for section 1.
Men's discus throw also going on. The women's shot put has also started, and we'll give you some information on that in a second. Well, Katie Gordon of Excelsior with 11.74. She leads the women's shot put. Let's give you the lineup for the track for the event on track now. That's the B finals of the women's long jump, and only 3 listed here, and only, is it? Well, I'm seeing 4 athletes out there, but 3 on my start list here. So I'm seeing an athlete in 4. That's Hyson of Camperdown. She listed on my start list here as DNS, but she's out there. So let's go with what I have, and I'll tell you who is in the lanes. So we have Najeda Scott of Titchfield in 3. Kea Hyson of Camperdown is in 4. 5, Brianna Powell of UTEC. And lane number 6, Deandre Harris, also of UTEC. Fastest in the field, actually, Hyson at 55.89. As a gun sends him off and running. And in lane number 6, going out strong, that's Harris, Deandre Harris of UTEC. She has burnt up this first 150. And coming now is Hyson down this backstretch, trying to make up the gap on Harris, who's gone out really strong over the first 200 meters. Harris ahead based on the stagger, but Hyson coming back at her now. Harris of UTEC leads ahead of Hyson as they turn for home. Harris continues to lead ahead of Hyson. Harris. Hyson, can she catch her? I don't think that will happen today. And Deandre Harris of UTEC will come through to win it. 56:07, the flash time. I think that might be a personal best for her. If it's confirmed, 56:09 for her. And based on that, I think that's a personal best. Hyson in second, 57:63. And see third Scott at 59:31. So that concludes the B finals of the women's 400 meters event sponsored by Powerade. Wondering if I can get a Powerade. I've fallen in love with a Powerade because of meets like this. Whenever I get a Powerade, I want one more, always. So let's go to the 8th final in the lineup. There's a very special athlete in lane number 6, but it'll start in lane number 2. So listed in lane number 2, Hannah Charles of UTEC. I think she's there. In lane 3, Annalise Brady of UTEC. She's also there. In lane number 4, we have Shaina Anderson of UTEC. So UTEC well represented here. No one in 5. Should have been Beckford of MVP. She's a DNS. In lane number 6, a former bronze medalist at the 400-meter hurdles. A personal best at 400 of 51.81. Personal best at 400-meter hurdles of 52.51. The gorgeous Rushell Clayton. Again, she's going to be representing from lane number 6. In lane number 7, representing Elite. And in 7, we have Alia Baker, also representing Elite. And in lane number 8, we have Giselle Shaw of MVP. Fastest in the field, based on personal best, of course, Rushell Clayton at 51.81. But I tell you what, she will have challengers on her inside and also on her outside. Anderson and Baker will challenge her. Anderson in 4, Baker in 7. But Rushell Clayton in 6 may just be the favorite. She's the last to go into her blocks. She rocks and rolls and gets ready to go. Gun sends him off and running. Rushell Clayton has gotten out to a steady start and she's going after Baker. And she's to the shoulders of Bacon is Clayton. Clayton has gone past everyone on our outside. She's gone past Baker and Shaw. Also coming well is Anderson, but over the first 200 meters, it's Rushell Clayton. Anderson round the bend trying to peg back that lead from Rushell Clayton as they transition to the stretch. Rushell Clayton is ahead of Anderson. Here's Anderson. Clayton is dying. Anderson is coming. Shauna Anderson ahead of Rushell Clayton. Can Clayton come back? Anderson, Clayton, it's a battle. And Anderson, 52.17 for Shauna Anderson of UTEC. That, I think, is a personal best for Anderson. Wow. Well, not a personal best, but close to a personal best for Shauna Anderson. 52.20 personal best, 52.13. And Rushell Clayton in second, 52.38. Not bad for Clayton, but Shauna Anderson showing that she's in fine fettle. And that was worthy of an A finals. So 52.20 for Shauna Anderson, just outside her personal best. Rushell Clayton second, 52.38. about half a second outside her personal best. Alia Baker in third, 54.12, and Shaw for 54.17 in fourth. And I tell you what, the men's race coming up, wow. Might be that the women's finals may just have warmed our appetite for what is to come in the men's section, because it is going to be a barn burner. But we start with section E. So we'll start with lane number 3, where we have Orette Davis of Clarendon. In lane number 4, Marley Harry of GC Foster. In 5, Christopher Gibson of MVP. Romario Stewart of Michael is in 6. Sean Gardner of UTEC is in 7. Matthew Morris of UTEC is in lane number 8. Fastest in the field and the only man to have broken 50 seconds, Romario Stewart of Michael. It's going to be in lane number 6. So line up again: Davis, Harry, Gibson, Stewart, Gardner, Morris. Matthew Morris of UTEC in lane number 8. As they go off and running, it's a man, Stewart, Romario Stewart of Michael, who gets out to a good start. And Romario Stewart is pouring it off over this first 150 meters. Look at Romario Stewart go. He's separated himself from the rest of the field over this first 200 meters. What has he done for this first 200 meters? I'd love to see that split, because he's still going, is Romario Stewart. He's well away from the rest of the field. I doubt anyone can catch him. He looks strong, still does Romario Stewart, as he turns into the straightaway. Romario Stewart starting to feel that lactic and slows a little bit, but he's still way ahead of the field is Romario Stewart, and he comes through the line 47.91. I think that's a personal best. I'm pretty sure that's a personal best for Stewart. The time confirmed at 47.96. And that is indeed a personal best for Romario Stewart, doing the hard work over the first 300 meters. Romario Stewart and just cruising home for the victory. A new personal best for him. Gardner in second, 50.5 second, and Harry third, 50.80. So personal best to start us off. Is that a signal of things to come? I hope so.
The JC-sponsored women's shot put being led by Katie Gordon of Excelsior.
So next on track is going to be
they're in the 4th round now for that competition.
It's D of the Water sponsored men 400 meters. We have in lane number 1 Jabari Branch of Jamaica College. In 2, Thompson Mabwehi. He's representing races via Zambia. In lane number 3, we have Ryan Weber of UTEC. In 4, we have Leroy Gallimore of GC Foster. 5, Antoine Williams of Michael. In 6, Yazid Daniel of UTEC. In 7, Shamil Young of Michael. Adrian Smith of UTEC is in lane number 8.
Back to the 400 meters then, the second of 5 sections in the men's event. We start from the outside. Adrian Smith of UTEC will go in lane number 8.
So I'm just
lane 7, Jamil Young
going through to
Michael.
see and check on some results here. So we do have some results coming from the men's discus throw, and after the first round it is led by Chad Wright with a throw of 60.08 meters. The only man over 60 meters, the only man over 50 meters, as a matter of fact. Frederick Dakers fouled his first throw. So Chad Wright having it his own way at the current moment in the men's discus throw. But again, let's go back to the 400 meters. Men's 400 meters heat D. It's Branch, Mabwehi, Weber, Gal, Young, and Smith. As the athletes are asked to stand. Not certain what's happening. And I'll use that opportunity just to check on what happened in the men's long jump. Did Sean D get over 8.02? No, he folded sixth and final jump. So he won with 8.02, but didn't get better than that 8.02. 4 fold jumps for him. So back to the men's 400 meters. Are they ready now? Not quite. Not quite ready for us. I think what's happening is that the ladies are warming up for the long jump, and they're just running through the pit and coming pretty close to the athletes at the start of the 400 meters. That's what I think is happening. Not certain, but we're ready again. It's Branch, Mahwepi, Weber, Gallimore, Williams, Daniels, Young, and Smith. That's Adrian Smith of UTEC in lane number 8. And going out strong, you see Daniels of UTEC has gone out well. And Daniel, based on the stagger, continues to lead, but Young is responding now. Williams trying to go as well, but it's the men up front, Daniel and Young, who look to be in the lead. Also coming through in lane number 5, that's Williams, Antoine Williams. On the inside, in lane number 2, Mahwebi, the Zambian. Gallimore trying to come as well, but it's Gallimore who wins it, 48-17 for Leroy Gallimore of GC Foster, and 48-19 for Gallimore. Late charge there for him to take it from the Zambian. So the Zambian, Thompson Mbwehe, 48.22 in second, and Weber in third, 49.02. So we'll move to the next heat. This is C, heat C, and this one will start from lane number 2 with Jamar Davis of Titchfield, Adriano Smith of MVP, should be in 3, I think he's there. Shamar Blake of Elite is in 4. Romain Campbell of Michael is in 5. Darren Skerritt of Swept is in 6. Dijon Grant of Jamaica College is listed in 8.
Representing Track Club by way of Antigua and Barbuda, Darren Skerritt in lane number 5, representing Michael University. Romain Campbell in lane number 4. Clarke against on the 2400 hurdles champion last year, representing Elite Performance. Shamir Blake in lane number 3, representing the MVP Track Club. Adriano Smith, and closing out the field in lane number.
A reminder that this coverage is brought to you by the Paul Miles Foundation, standing strong with Jamaican student athletes focused on rural high schools, driven to nurture Jamaica's next generation of stars, empowering youth through sports, music, academics, and technology. The Paul Miles Foundation, where dreams take flight because Jamaicans run on talent and we run with them. The Paul Miles Foundation, supporting Jamaica's future champions. Line up again. It's Davis, Smith, Blake, Campbell, Skerritt, and Grant. Grant has gone out to a strong start. Derek Grant of Jamaica College. Here comes Blake as well. Skerritt is coming as they've gone past. Grant now went out to a strong start in the first 200 meters. Blake and Skerritt having a time. Blake in the lead. Shamar Blake ahead of Skerritt. Blake is going to hold on over Skerritt. 47.83 for Shamar Blake. Flash time. The time confirmed 47.81. Skerritt second. 48.13. Campbell coming through for third. 48.97. So I think that's the fastest time we've had so far.
As well as the competitors for the men's shot put.
Is it?
To the competition area.
Yes, it is. So 47.81. Fastest we've had so far. And we go to the next section. Well, section says B finals. It's 4 of 5. And then after this one, we'll have the A finals.
We'll get to that shortly. Here's the lineup for section 4.
So the lineup, section 4 of 5. We'll start from 1. We have Mark Manley representing UTEC. In 2, also representing UTEC, Emil Gordon. In 3, Najee Meikle, also representing UTEC. In lane number 4, Kemar Davis of Dynamic Speed Track Club. In 5, Derek Grant of GC Foster College. In lane number 6, Roshawn Simister is representing UTEC via Trinidad and Tobago. In lane number 7, David Malenga of Zambia via Racers. And in lane number 8, representing Michael, we have Marcus Hutchinson. Reminder, the fastest time we've seen so far by Blake, 47.81. Gun sends him off and running for this 4th of 5 400 meters. Semester gets out to a good start, as well as Malenga. So Semester and Malenga going at it up front over this first 200 meters. Semester steps past Malenga. Semester of UTEC is ahead of the Zambian Malenga. Semester being chased by Malenga. And Semester looks as if he's going to take this one. Semester from Trinidad and Tobago is going to take this one. 46.45, a big personal best for him. And he screams as he goes through the line. Does Semester 46.43 for him. Big personal best for him. Malenga in second, 47.34. Davis coming through for third, 47.74. I said personal best, setting us up now for the big finals. Semester of Trinidad and Tobago. Woo, 46.43. Let's get to this one now, folks. And I'm going to have to take a seat before I get to the lineup, because this one is going to be hot. So the A finals. Let's switch it up. Well, Jeremy Bembridge, who should have been in lane number 8, DNS, so he's not going to be in this party. And we'll start with lane number 7. And we have the fastest of the Zambians in lane number 7. Fastest by time. So, let's go through it. Patrick Nyambe of Racers via Zambia. He's going to be in lane number 7. He has a personal best of 45.17. In lane number 6, representing Elite, the reigning Jamaican 400 meters champion, personal best of 44.48. In lane number 6, Deandre Watkin. In lane number 5, representing Swept, has a personal best at 400 of 45.24. Personal best at 400 hurdles of 47.34. He's a Jamaican record holder at the 400 meters, Roshawn Clarke. So record holder at the 400 meter hurdles, that's Roshawn Clarke of Swept. In lane number 4, with a personal best of 45.22 over the 400 flats and a personal best over the 400 hurdles of 47.42. The second fastest Jamaican at the 400 meter hurdles, Malik James King. In lane number 3, representing Swept, personal best of 45.75, Javier Brown. In lane number 2, Kennedy Lachembe, representing Racers via Zambia, and Demar Murray, he's going to be in lane number 1, personal best of 46 seconds flat. This is going to be a barn burner. James King, Clarke, Watkin, Nyambe, as the gun sends him off and running. Lane number 3, Javier Brown pulls up. Roshawn Clarke, though, has gone out strong. Javier Brown is out. Deandre Watkin responding. And Watkin looks to be in the lead. Roshawn Clarke is still there. This is going to be a burn up over the final 120 as they turn the bend. Roshawn Clarke is ahead. Clarke is ahead in lane number 5. Watkin trying to come back. Roshawn Clarke ahead of them. Roshawn Clarke is ahead of Watkin. Roshawn Clarke is going to win it. Look at the time. 44.96 for Roshawn Clarke. That's a personal best for the man. 44.98. 44.98 for Roshawn Clarke. Personal best, first time under 45 seconds for Roshawn Clarke. New meet record. Are we still in March? Wow, wow, wow. So that means 2 Jamaicans have now gone sub 45. What is going on? So Roshawn Clarke, 44.98, winning. Watkin in second, 45.59.
44.98, the winning time for Roshawn Clarke of Swept Track Club. A lifetime best for him and the meet record.
So Watkin 45.59. Brown actually finishing third, 45.62. That's a personal best for him. Malik James King in fourth, 46.36. Nyambe of Racers, 46.40 in fifth. Wow. So, Roshawn Clarke taking more than 0.2 of a second off his personal best. Came in with a personal best of 45.24 and ended the race with a personal best of 44.98. Roshawn Clarke, sub 45 for the first time in his life. Personal best. I told you that was going to be good. Wonder what that means for Jamaica's prospects of qualifying for the 4x4 at the World Championships. Already 2 men under 45 seconds. Deandre and Barnes, and now Clarke. And of course, the reigning world champion at 400 meters, Antonio Watson, said to be coming back into full fitness. I'm wondering what's going to happen when everybody gets healthy and ready. So we'll have 2 sections of the men's 800 meters. We'll go with section 2 first. I'll tell you the lineup that we have here. Start with lane number 8, where we have listed Raheem Mackenzie of Clarke College. In 7, Kemar Hutchinson of VIP Track Club. In 6, we have Shaquin Shant of GC Foster. In 5, Justin Green of Case. In 4, Boyan Boyd of VIP Track. In 3, Ricardo Roberts of Clarke College. Devontae Montague of UTEC is in 2. And Conroy Robinson of UEMONA listed in 1. So lane number 5, I think that was Green, DNS. And that means that only 2 sub-2-minute sprinters left, and that's Shand and Hutchinson. Shand in 6, Hutchinson in 7. As they go to their marks now. Gunn sends them off and running. As in lane number 7, that's Hutchinson, who gets out to a good start. Shand is right behind him. So Hutchinson and Shand, the 2 fastest in the field, they've taken up the running over the first 200 meters. The youngster from Clarke College tries to go with them. That is Mackenzie, but still up front. Shand of GC Foster leads ahead of Hutchinson of VIP Track. Mackenzie comes into 3rd as Shand and Hutchinson battle it out. The youngster Mackenzie of Clarke College steps to the shoulders now of Hutchinson. So it's the youngster who's leading, but man from Mona, Conroy Robinson, with 200 meters to go, takes the lead. Hutchinson in 2nd. So with just about 150 meters to go, Mance Robinson, who starts to press and heads into a lead of about 5 meters. The youngster trying to come back at him. That's Mackenzie. Robinson is dying. Mackenzie is coming, and he goes by him. And the youngster from Clarke College is going to win it. Sub 2 minutes on the clock, 1:59.37. So let's see, 1:59, 1 minute 59.37. And I'm sure that's the youngster from Clarke College. That's Mackenzie. Confirmed 1 minute 59.45 for Mackenzie. That's Raheem Mackenzie of Clarke College. He's won it. And then there was a mad dive at the end for silver. So we're waiting to see how that shakes out. Discus throw also going. Chad Wright still leads with 60.08. Theo Josh Mowat in second with 52.07. Fred Dakers, 2 throws and 2 fouls so far. So Robinson finishing second in the B finals of the 800 meters. Let's see if we can get that time for him. So Robinson, 1 minute 59. So sub 2 minutes. I'm trying to see, but athletes are just standing on the clock. I think the top 3 all went sub 2 minutes. Hutchinson looks to have gotten third.
Coming up next on track.
So still trying to get that time. Looks as if Shand finished in 4th.
4 of the 8 listed athletes turning up for this one.
So we'll try to confirm the time. Well, we have to go to the next heat.
In lane number 5.
So all 4, top 4 in the first heat went sub 2 minutes.
In lane number 4.
So Mackenzie won it with 1 minute 59.45. Robinson second, 1 minute 59.90. Hutchinson third, 1 minute 59.95. And Shand in 4th, 1 minute 59.98. Let's go to the second and final section of the men's 800 meters. In lane number 2, Raheem Walker of VIP Track Club. Jadu Burke of Bethlehem is in 4. In 5, we have Samuels Henry of Purple Panthers Track and Elias Ali of Jamaica College in 8. Fastest in the field, Henry of Purple Panthers Track Club at 1 minute 55.64.
In this one, but it's the man from Purple Panthers,
As Samuels Henry, who leads. Burke is in second. So Henry and Burke, the 2 fastest by times, and that's how they lead out. Samuel Henry of Purple Panthers ahead of Jadu Burke of Bethlehem Moravian. And they go through the first 400 in about 54.5 as Henry is ahead of Burke still. And then there's a gap back to Raheem Walker as the man from Purple Panthers Track Club, Samuel Henry, has led from the start as Burke is now being challenged. By Walker, but Henry is still ahead of them. Burke trying now to catch Samuels Henry. Henry ahead of Burke. Burke is coming at Henry. Burke at Henry. Burke is going to win this one. Burke, 155.68. So Burke getting it ahead of Henry. Time confirmed now at 1 minute 55.88. Jadu Burke, Henry second, 1 minute 55.95.
155.95 for Henry of Purple Panthers. Ali 158.94.
Ali finished third, 158.94, and Walker 1 minute 59.06. So that
athletes for the men's and women's 400 hurdles. The athletes for the men's and women's 400 hurdles, you should be at the start area. The athletes for the men's and women's 400 hurdles.
So that concludes the
start area.
800 meters. Next on track is going to be the hurdles, 400 meter hurdles and intermediate hurdles, sorry. That's going to come up next. And we'll start with the men's. No, we'll actually start with the women. So ladies before gentlemen. So the ladies will go first and then the men. And then after the hurdles, 400 meter hurdles, we'll have some 200 meter action. And there are a couple of special athletes who will contest the 200 meters. I want to give you a sneak peek of that. So the B finals will include the likes of Crystal Slowly, Shamara Williams and Michael Moody, while the A finals will have the likes of Kemba Nelson, Seda Williams, Tia Clayton, Jarrell Levy. So it's going to be very good when it comes to the 200 meters. Again, the 200 meters comes up after the 400 hurdles. Let's see the men's. Let's see what we're looking at the men's. I'm seeing the name Xavier in here. Nigel Ellis, I haven't seen him in a while, and he's going to be competing in the 200 meters. I'm looking again. Let's see what I'm seeing. Who else I'm seeing? Javari, the Jet, is going to be here. Got out to a personal best 20.32 last year. Delano Kennedy, excited to see him. He's going to be there. Mario Burke, the Bayesian, is going to be running. National junior record holder at 100 meters, Boaji Nkumi. Sandra Davidson, who was ran a personal best at 200 meters this year, is going to be there. Johan Blake, the second fastest man at 200 meters, second fastest ever at 200 meters, he's going to be there. Michael Campbell is going to be there. Sub 10 man, Kadrian Golson, is on the lineup as well. Oblique Seville, who ran a personal best at 200 meters last year of 1996. He's going to be there. The reigning 400 meters champion, Antonio Watson, is listed in the 200 meters as well. Sandrian Barnes, we spoke about him earlier, has gone sub 45 for 400 this year. He's there, as is Conroy Jones. Let's see, Adrian Carr is also listed in the 200, as is Demish Gay, Javor Dunkley, and there's a few others that you want to see. So the 200 meters, I think in terms of the quality, and I'm looking through it, in terms of the absolute quality that has been assembled for the 200 meters, it is probably the event with the greatest quality in the lineup. World champions, sub 10 men, sub 20 men, Olympic finalists, World Championships finalists. Yeah, it's a pretty stacked 200 meters on the men's side. Well, as I said, the next event on track is going to be the 400 meter hurdles.
Or knows when grandstand is taking place. So that's my first question. When is the grandstand taking place? It's an easy question.
As I see a few members of the media in the stands, well, not just a few, quite a number of media personalities in the stands here at Jamaica College.
When is the next one? The next slam is in Miramar. The second one is there are 4 slams. One in Kingston, one in Miami, Miramar. The third one is in Philadelphia.
So the next event on track, as I said, is going to be the women's 400 meters hurdles. And we do have that lineup as my good friend Oblique McNaughton is giving away tickets for the Grand Slam track event that will happen April 4th to 6th. And of course, some of these athletes will be at that event. Roshawn Clarke is in the lineup. Sub 45 today is going to be at the Grand Slam. I think also Oblique Seville is going to be there. Rushell Clayton will be there. So lots and lots of athletes here.
No. 5 grandstand tickets. Okay, the grandstand season ticket is US $200. For April 4th, 5th, and 6th. If you want one day, it's US $100.
So in case you're wondering, folks, you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything because we're having a short break while we have some giveaway for the Grand Slam track and field event that is coming up April 4th to 6th.
And join the live. You can get a discount on your regular grandstand ticket. Okay? So that's one question for today. Are they ready for the next event? Almost ready. So we'll have to come down this time. Now we give them another question. Name the world record holder that will be at the grandstand in April. There will be at least one world record holder. Oh. What you guys with? Okay, so Sydney that's talking. It's a new feature for the Grand Slam. Every athlete will run 2 events. 1-2, short hurdle, short sprint, the 2-4, the 400 or the 400 hurdles, like so, Roshawn and Clayton will run. Next question, next time.
So we're back to action on the track as the giveaway is completed and somebody shouts, "Go Olive."
And coming up next on track is the women's 400 meters hurdles.
So next on track is the women's 400 meter hurdles. We'll start with lane number 6. It's Amelia Jeffrey of GC Foster. In 5, we have Amelia Briggs G'day of UA. In lane number 4, I listed in 4, and she won the 400 flat, Deandre Harris. I'm not seeing her there. Neither am I seeing Halcina Henry of Excelsior. So only 2 competitors in this one is Jeffrey and Briggs Good. So Gun sends them off and running, and Briggs Good in lane number 5, Jeffrey in 6. And Briggs Good, she's gone sub 1 minute this year, and she's ahead of Jeffrey of GC Foster, and I think that has just been nipped a little bit as they seem to be hurdling just at the same time. Briggs Good may just have taken the lead again as they come through the 8th hurdle, and Briggs Good ahead of Jeffrey slightly. She starts to step on the accelerator now. Does Briggs good and steps away from Jeffrey. One barrier to clear, and Briggs Goods gets over it, and she is ahead of Jeffrey and starting to stomp her class, and she's going to win it. 1 minute 01.43, the flash time for Amelia Briggs. Good. Time confirmed, 1 minute 01.44. Jeffrey second, 1 minute 02.35, I think it is. Let's see if we can get some confirmation. That's 1 minute 02.85 for Jeffrey. So the men's 400 hurdles is next on track. Let me give you that lineup in just a second. So the lineup, I'm just trying to verify that everybody is there. I think they are, so let's go ahead with the lineup. Sean Berry of GC Foster is in 3. Taris Hyman of Titans in 4. Denick Luke of Racers in 5. Asani Wilson of Titans is listed in 6. Shaquille Gordon of GC Foster is listed in 7, and Dave Moore, unattached, listed in 8. Fastest in this field on personal best, Asani Wilson at 48.36. Also has a pretty nippy 400 flat personal best at 45.51. Pretty good 200 personal best as well at 21 seconds dead. So he's a versatile quality athlete. Is Asani Wilson. The only athlete under 50 seconds in this field. The only athlete under 49 seconds in this field. So if you go based on personal best, he's at least 2 seconds better than everyone else in this field. And next best, I think, would be Denick Luke, who's going to be competing out of lane number 5. But I'm looking here just to verify that everybody is there. I'm seeing lane number 3 occupied, lane number 4 is occupied. Lane number 5 looks to be occupied, so does lane number 6. And of course, 6 is going to be Asani Wilson. Lane 7 is also occupied. Is lane 8 occupied? Yes, it is. That's Moore, Dave Moore, competing unattached. So I'm not expecting this one to be as competitive as it was on the women's side with Asani Wilson being so much faster on personal best. But while I'm saying that, let me just give you a quick update on the men's discus throw. So in round number 3, last chance corral, a former world champion silver medalist, Frederick Dakers, did get a mark on the board. 61.24 for Dakers to keep him in the competition. And actually to take the lead, Chad Wright improved in the 4th round with 60.38, but not good enough to get up to that 61.24 from Dakers, who actually fouled his 4th round throw. So that's update on the discus throw. So Chad and Frederick battling it out there. We move back to the men's 400 meter hurdles. Again, let's go through the lineup. It's Tayshawn Berry, Tyrese Hyman, Denick Luke, Asani Wilson, Shaquille Gordon, and Dave Moore competing unattached in lane number 8. Oh. I'm getting a little bit anxious for this event to start. It's scheduled to start at 6:15 and it's just about 6:15 now. So we're right on time in terms of the schedule. As I say that, I see a communique coming through on my phone, the Jamaican team for Carifta. I just want to take a quick look at it to see if it makes sense. I think it does. Yeah. Looks as if it does. So if I get a chance to, I'll see if I can get that team in, let you know what it looks like.
Meters. Chad White has improved in his opening round 60.08 with 60.60 in round number 5, but he's in second position with Josh Mott in third at 52.07 meters. And now Frederick Dacres extends his lead 62.36 in round number 5, so 61.24 in round 3, and now 62.36 in round number 5. He leads Chad Wright 60.60.
So finally we're ready for the men's 400-meter hurdles. As I said, fastest on personal best by over 2 seconds. Asani Wilson in lane number 6. Saw Roshawn Clarke putting on a show. Can Asani Wilson replicate that in the 400 hurdles as Wilson in 6 gets out to a good start and is already up to the shoulders of his competitors? It's Wilson. Wilson is leaving them for dead. He's past Gordon. He's past Moore. He's out. And leading by a substantial distance is Asani Wilson. Is he putting on that show that I asked for? Asani Wilson, with just about 100 meters to go, he goes over the 8 hurdle. Does Asani Wilson. Over hurdle 9 now. Denick Luke trying to come at him and smashes a hurdle while Wilson looks comfortable. Asani Wilson, look at the clock. 48.69 for Wilson. Confirmed at 48.68. That is a meet record. Oh my word, Asani Wilson. He looks in banking form. Is it still March? Is it still March? I have to ask. He looks like a man that is happy with his performance. He's stepping as if he's stepping on clouds. Certainly looked as if he was hurdling on clouds just now. Smooth over the hurdles. That's the smoothest I've ever seen him. Asani Wilson. I know he's speedy. 21 seconds flat over 200 meters. 45.51 over 400. So there's no doubting his flat speed. But I'll tell you what, folks, his hurdling has improved.
Next event on track will be the women's 200 meters.
Oh my word.
This is interesting. And it's courtesy of Tina Clayton, the women's 200 meters. That's coming up.
I'm thinking about that team at the World Championships. I know it's very early. We're only in March. But already, Roshawn Clarke looking fantastic personal best over the 400 flat. Asani Wilson, 48.6. over the hurdles. And of course, Malik James King still there and thereabouts. When all three of them get together, it is going to be something to see.
Friday ticket for regular grandstand. The question is, there are a few Jamaicans that represent other countries.
So next on track is going to be
who represent US, Great Britain, that will be coming to the Grand Slam track. 3 athletes will be running. One will be running the 200, 2 of them running the 200, and one will be running the 400 meters and 200 meters.
so next on track will be
Persons with Jamaican heritage
the
that we were running at the Grand Slam track. Yes, sir.
200 meters.
Yes, sir.
First 200 meters
Or world champion.
for women, and then the men's 200 meters.
Grand Slam track.
And I tell you what,
One said she's
those
the first time she will be running in Jamaica.
races are going to be really, really good.
World champion in the 200 meters from the UK. Well, yeah, one more time for the question. 3 is the world champion from the UK that is coming to the Grand Slam track. So he will get a Friday grandstand, regular grandstand. Hello, and his name, telephone number, email address. So we have
So
running the 200 and the 400. We have Gabby Thomas running the 200 and the 400. And we have
let's give you the lineup.
Smith, who our own Antonio Watson beat him on the line at the World Championships in Budapest. So that
Let's give you the lineup now for section B. So this is section B of the women's 200, courtesy of Tina Clayton. Understand that is because she allowed her image to be used for the poster of this event. So high jump also going on. So I'm checking to see if we have some results from the field. Javelin should have started, but no results there. No results from the triple jump either. So let's see. Discus throw still continuing. And Dakers has extended his lead, despite the fact that Chad Wright has actually improved his throw. So Chad Wright, 60.60, remains in second, and Dakers on his fifth round, 62.36, continues to lead. Let's see if there is any result in the long jump, women's long jump. Yes, there is.
Of that competition, Annalisa Redmond of Bethlehem Moravian College by way of Guyana.
So leading, Shritanya Lowe of GC Foster with 5.83 meters. Annalisa Redmond of Bethlehem Moravian College, 5.68, remains in second. And Odessa France of GC Foster, 5.62. is in third. So men's high jump also going on, and Jeremy Hibbert leads with a height of 1.90, and he's going for the Velocity Fest record at 2 meters. Christoph Brand, DNS did not start. So field events, athletes, field events going on.
But in fact, we've just completed a men's discus throw competition. Frederick Dickers, we left it pretty late, but we're sticking the win. 62.36 meters, which came in round number 5 after a 61.20.
So the men's discus throw just completed and confirmed now that Frederick Dacres 62.36 is the winner, with Chad Wright in second with 60.60. Pretty consistent series here from Chad Wright. Had 3 throws over 60 meters, 5 throws over 59 meters, and all 6 throws over 58 meters. So pretty consistent grouping there from him, meaning he's able to replicate his throws pretty much on demand. So good signs there from Chad Wright, even though he was beaten by Dacres. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you the schedule. So after the 200, the exciting 200s, we'll have hurdles. So 110 hurdles for men, 100-meter hurdles for... Is there 100-meter hurdles? No, there isn't. So the 100-meter hurdles has been scratched from the schedule. So we'll have the 200 meters, then the 110 hurdles, one race for the 110 hurdles for men, and then we'll go to the 100 meters. Exciting, exciting. So Sprint Nation now ready for this track in the Ashenheim Stadium to be absolutely burnt to cinder. So let's see. I'm looking to see if the athletes are out there for the 200. Looks as if they're just about setting up now for the 200 meters. And this is again the women's 200 meters courtesy of Tina Clayton. And I'll tell you what, her sister Tia is going to be competing here at Velocity Fest 16. Remember, Tia Clayton made the Olympic finals at 100 meters, got down to a personal best in the 100 meters of 10.86. And she's already speeding this season. Personal best of 7.14 in the 60 meters. So she's already proven that she's in good form, good sprinting form. And she's going to be competing in the 200 meters. As I say that, though, I hear that there's some adjustments for the women's 200 meters. So before I give you the lineup, I'll wait to see what those adjustments are and if we're even going to see Tia Clayton. She's on the start list, as is the likes of Crystal Slowly and Shamira Williams and Seda Williams and Kemba Nelson. So the lineup looked mouth-watering. But instead of a meal, we might just get a small snack. We don't know. We're just waiting to see what the final adjustments are. So as Bruce James tries to sort out the lane assignments, we're anxiously waiting for the announcements to come. this is what I'm here for, though, folks. The 200 meters. The 200 meters, both on the female, but especially on the male side, looked very, very enticing. As I said, likes of Watson, Antonio Watson, that is, was listed. Oblique, Seville, Deandre and Barnes, Demishke. It was an awesome, awesome lineup for the 200 meters, women and men. But we're waiting for the adjustments to be made. We've already seen some super, super fast times here at Velocity Fest 16. Roshawn Clarke, personal best, first time under 45 seconds, 44.98. Senior Wilson, 48.68 in the hurdles. We saw in the heats of the 100 meters, Zharnel Hughes looking smooth as butter. So we've already had some pretty good sprinting. We also saw some pretty good running in women's 400 meters, where Rushell Clayton was defeated by the youngster Shana Anderson, 52.20 for her, and Clayton 52.38. We've seen Sean D get over 800 meters. So it's been cut. That's the women's 200 meters has been cut from two sections, to one section. And in this one section, it's still very good. So we'll start with lane number 7. In lane number 7, we have Tia Clayton's personal best at 200 meters of 23.30. Personal best at 100 meters, 10.86. Next on track, it's in lane number 6 via Barbados. The World Championship bronze medalist at 400 meters. Personal best at 200 meters of 22.59. Personal best at 449.58. That's Seda Williams. In 5, we'll have Kemba Nelson, personal best at 200 meters of 22.74. In lane number 4, we have Mikhail Moody, personal best 23.80. And Shan Salmon is going to be in lane number 3. She has a personal best of 23.95. That's the lineup for the women's 200 meters. It's Clayton, Williams, Nelson, Moody, and Salmon. Expect the running to come from the outer lanes. That's Clayton, Williams, and Nelson. 7, 6, and 5. Gun sends them off and running. Tia Clayton looks to have gotten up to a good start. Kemba Nelson also there as well. Sede Williams is yet to show. Tia Clayton looks like she's leading them around the bend. Kemba Nelson also in the mix-up. Here comes Seda Williams. Tia Clayton still in there. Tia Clayton ahead of Williams. Clayton ahead of Williams. And Tia Clayton might just have taken it over Seda Williams. 23.11. And Williams gets it over Clayton. It was very, very close. So Sede Williams 23.10 and Tia Clayton 23.11. Kemba Nelson third, 23.42. So pretty close racing there. The wind speed negative 0.6. I think that's a personal best for Tia Clayton. 23.11 personal best before now. 23.30. Season's best for Seda Williams. 23.10 for the win. So pretty good racing there. And now we go to the men's section. And that is going to be exciting as well. So that's the race we wanted to see. Kemba Nelson in there early. Tia Clayton, Seda Williams battling it out down the straightaway. Seda Williams, the 400 sprinter, using that 400 strength just to hold out Tia Clayton. I think she'll be happy with that performance. I think both of them will be happy with that performance. It's still early in the season, only March, so not necessarily expecting them to be in sub 22.5 shape right now. I think 23.1 is satisfactory.
Please, javelin in progress.
So the javelin, or the warm-up for the javelin throw is going on the infield. And a few persons, don't know if they're made out of metal, deciding that they want to walk across that warm-up area. But we'll wish them the best. So next on track is going to be the Sports Development Foundation sponsored men's 200 meters. There'll be 6 sections of the men's 200 meters. And I'll tell you what, the final sections, the final A, will be a real treat. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, oh my word, final A. So, we'll start with the lineup for final F though, where we have in lane number 1, representing Jamaica College, Orlando Anglin. In lane number 2, representing Michael, Antoine Williams. In lane number 3, representing Legacy, Jordan Bernard. In lane number 4, representing Dynamic Speed Track Club, we have Hodane Tulloh. David Tomlinson, the long jumper from GC Foster, he is going to be in lane number 5. In lane number 6, we have Romario McIntosh of Dynamic Speed. In lane number 7, Marcus Hutchinson of Michael. And lane number 8, we have Kimani Dean of Jamaica College. So I'm looking at the lineup, and I'll tell you what, none of these men have broken 22 seconds in their career, closest being Hutchinson and McIntosh in lane 6 and 7. 22.5 for Hutchinson and 22.06 for McIntosh. So they probably want to go under that 22 seconds barrier at least here at Velocity Fest 16. Gun sends them off. And there's a recall. We had a lot of issues earlier with the men at 100 meters. And it looks as if it's followed us into the 200 meters for men. So I'm not certain what's going on with the men, but they look a little bit and seem a little bit jittery. javelin throw has started, and the first throw looks like a big one. I'd love to get the measurement on that.
Orlando Anglin of GC disqualified for a false start in the first section of the
So Anglin
meters, section 1 of 6.
of Jamaica College disqualified for a false start. So we already had our first false start and our first disqualification. As a gun sends them off, and they're called back again. So again, I'm not certain what's happening with the men.
Jamaica College has been disqualified.
So another Jamaica College man has been disqualified. This time, Kimani Dean from lane 8. So we started with 6. We started with 7. We're now down to 5. So Williams, Bernard, Tolo, Tomlinson, McIntosh as a gun sends them off this time. And we have a race here as it looks as if it's Tomlinson who's leading ahead of McIntosh as they turn for home now. It's Hutchinson, McIntosh, and Tomlinson. Hutchinson, maybe Hutchinson ahead of Tomlinson as Tomlinson pulls up the time 21.96. So McIntosh wins it 21.96. So under 22 seconds. Tomlinson in second 21.98. Tolo. So let me give you the full results. So McIntosh 21.96, the winner. Tomlinson second 21.98. Williams third 22.36. Tolo in fourth 23.15. And Bernard in fifth with 23.23. So next section is going to be section E. This heat has only 6 in the lineup. So let's give you the lineup. Romain Huffington of Michael is in 3. Gio Bernal of Swept is in 4. Ordain Somerville of UTEC in 5. Keyshawn Thomas of Motorcade in 6. Leon Green unattached in 7. And in lane number 8, via UTEC, he's been setting personal best after personal best this season. Dominic Williams set a personal best at 60 meters, 6.76, 100 meters at 10.33, 200 meters at 21.44. And many people may not know this, but I am telling you, he's a teammate of the former national champion at 100 meters, Rohan Watson. And he's also the teammate of Travis Williams. Both Watson and Williams were part of the team selected for the World Indoors. And Dominic Williams was part of a pretty nippy Yorkcastle team back in 2019. So there's history there. Of course, Dominic Williams and Watson both training with UTEC MVP as a gun sends them off and running, and Williams gets off to a good start. Also going with him is Leon Green, but Dominic Williams looks to be leading ahead of Green. Dominic Williams ahead of Green. Look at Dominic Williams stepping. Can he get another personal best? No. 21.54 for Dominic Williams to take that one. The wind speed, negative 0.4 for Dominic Williams. And puts another win in the bag at 21.57.
taking that section of the men's 200 meters.
Green second, 21.96.
Green competing unattached in second position.
See, Huffington 21. So sorry, 22.65 for Huffington in third. So Dominic Williams, as I said, part of that nippy York Castle team 6 years ago. I was in class 2 at that time with Rohan Watson, Travis Williams. Of course, Rohan Watson's gone sub 10 already, and Dominic, sorry, not Dominic, but Travis is at 10-1 now. And Dominic, who had a pretty lean couple of years, is coming back into the picture. I wonder if the Yorkists want to put that team back together. Of course, Anthony Cox would have been on that team as well. So think about that team. Pretty nippy. So let's see. We go to Heat D, where we have Deshaun Gordon of New Era in 1. Ashan Isigri of Dynamic Speed is in 2. Nicoy Drummond of Swept is in 3. Delana Kennedy of Optimum in 4. Cheyenne Dossi of GC Foster in 5. Jordan Morgan of Dynamic in 6. Conroy Jones of Elite in 7. And Wayne McPherson of Dynamic Speed is in lane number 8. Gun sends them off and running. Lane number 7, that looks like Conroy Jones has gotten up to a good start and is on the shoulders of McPherson. Also coming well is Kennedy is going well on the inside as well. There see, and he's going to win it. 21-27. Jaim DOC 21-29. Well, 21-26 the time confirmed as. Negative 0.6 the wind speed.
21-69 for McPherson in second. 21-77 for Gordon in third. 22-07 for Kennedy in fourth. 22-38 for Conroy Jones in fifth.
So let's see if we can get the full results here. Jaim DOC 21-26, the winner. McPherson second, 21-69. Gordon third, 21-77.
Section 3 of 6, section 4 coming up next on track.
So we go to final C, and this is where things get interesting as we start to get into the sub-21 region. And we'll start with Michael Sharp of GC Foster in lane number 2, personal best at 20.78. Jalen Diet of MVP is in 3, personal best of 20.98.
We represent Sprintech Zandrian Barnes. In lane number 6, representing the MVP Track Club 20.47 at his best, Michael Campbell. In lane number 5, representing Dynamic Speed Track
lane number 4,
Club
from New Era, we have Paul Henry. In lane number 5, from Dynamic Speed, we have Sandre Davison. In lane number 6, from MVP, we have Michael Campbell. And Zandrian Barnes of Sprintech is in lane number 7.
A finalist at the Jamaican Championships last year, representing GC Foster College, Michael Sharp. And joining the field, a group to silver medalist in the Bahamas in 2023 at the under 20 level, representing Elite Track Club, Javon Dunkley. No, Michael Campbell, he was to be in lane number 6.
So a quick adjustment to that. Michael Campbell, who should have been in 6, DNS and Dunkley of Elite is going to be in lane number 8. So it's Sharp, that Henry, Davidson, Barnes and Dunkley. Gun sends him off and running. Can we get sub 20 here? Barnes going well, but in 5, Davidson is ahead of them. Sandra and Davidson is in fine forms. Sandra and Davidson is ahead. Davidson 20.92, 20.90, sorry. So Davidson 20.90 confirmed now at 20.88 for Davidson. Barnes in second, 20.97. I think that might be a personal best. Sharp in third, 21.33. So Sandra Davidson takes that one. And 20.88 for him. Barnes 20.97. Sharp 21.35.
Oh, this is some lineup.
And that 21.41. We move to the penultimate heat in the men's 200 meters. And we do have a few very well-known names. Sub 10 men, sub 45 men, all meeting up at the 200 meters. We'll start in lane number 8, where we have Demish Gay of Sprintec. In lane number 7, from racers, Antonio Watson, the reigning 400-meter champion. In lane number 6, sub 10 man, representing Sprintec, Catherine Goldson. In lane number 5, the national junior record holder at 100 meters from racers, Boashi Nkumi. In lane number 4, from GC Foster College, it's Andre Dakers. In lane number 3, representing racers, is Shamar Oresio. In lane number 2, we have from Dynamic Speed Track Club, Ashani Smith. And then lane number 1, we have racers, Xavier Nairn, personal best 20.65. You want to stand for this one, folks. 2 sub 10 men, 2 sub 45 men, all meeting up at 200 meters. Will it be strength? Will it be speed? Lots and lots of strength, lots and lots of speed here. Gay, Watson, Golson, Nkumi. This is going to be good. Lane 5, 6, 7, and 8 is where you want to set your stalls. Gun sends them off and running. Boashi Nkumi gets up to a good start and tries to get past them. Boashi Nkumi is running a fast first 100 meters. It looks like Boashi Nkumi is leading them off the stretch. He's being swallowed up though by Watson, but it's going to be Watson, 20.68. Watson takes it, 20.67 for Antonio Watson. He gets the win. Negative 0.4, the wind speed. Golson comes through for second. So let's give you the full result. Let's give you the full results.
In 7th at 21.93.
So Watson 20.67 for the win. Catherine Golson in second, 20.90. Demish Gay third, 20.91. Horatio in fourth, 20.95. Dakers fifth, 20.98. Nkumi after that quick first 100 meters, 21.11. And Nairn in seventh, 21.93. We get to the big one. We get to the big one.
20.67 in this one.
Let's give you some times
The Jamaica lead is 20.20.
to give you some context. World record 19.19. The meet record 20.14. World Championship qualifying mark 20.16. The fastest Jamaican, Ackeem Blake, at 20.20. The fastest in the world so far this year by the Australian youngster, Goat, at 20.05. Can any of those marks be breached? I think the world record 19.19 is out of reach, but others might be in reach for this field. Let's start with lane number 7, a 19.96 man at his best, representing racers, Oblique, Seville. The second fastest man over 100 and 200 meters, the man, Andre Blake, representing Dynamic Speed Track Club is in lane number 5, representing MVP via Barbados, Mario Burke. They call him the Jet. He's going to be in lane number 4, Dynamic Speed Track Club, Javari Thomas. He's a defending champion, national champion at 200 meters. In lane number 3 is best 20.43, Coran Griffiths of Racers via Barbados. And lane number 2, representing Elite with a personal best of 20.36, Nigel Ellis. Can we get faster than 20.67? Can we get faster than 20.20? Can we go faster than 20.16? Can we go faster than 20.05? We'll find out in just about 30 seconds. It's Clarke, Seville, Blake, Burke, Thomas, Griffiths, and Ellis. You will want to stand for this one. Gun sends them off and running. Seville. Oh no. There's a recall. So
how unfortunate.
We had a restart or a false start in the first one. Recall in the first one. And now in heat number 6. Again, a faulty start.
Not tonight though. That means he'll certainly be back for the 100 final. The A final, which will close the show.
So, let's see what the starters say. Lineup really good. So just a warning, and all the athletes will get to compete. Let's give you the lineup again. It's Ellis, Griffiths, Thomas, Burke, Blake, Seville, Clarke, Clarke, DNS. So won't start. So it's Ellis, Griffiths, Thomas, Burke, Blake, and Seville.
Johan Blake in 6 and Oblique Seville in lane number 7.
We go again. Again, you will want to stand for this one. Late recall gun, but they're back now and ready to speed. Gun sends them off and running. Seville gets up to a good start, but Blake looks to have gotten up to a better start. Can Oblique Seville respond to this early charge from Johan Blake? Also going well is Mario Burke. Thomas is in there, Javari, the Jets, Thomas is in there, but Oblique Seville comes through now. Oblique Seville on a canter. 20.56 for Oblique Seville. He looked as if he had a stroll in the park. Sunday afternoon stroll. I know it's Saturday night, but Oblique strolling in the park on a Saturday night. So confirmed now 20.53 for Oblique Seville.
Negative 0.1 meters.
Fastest time.
On that one, Oblique Seville, 20.53. Javari Thomas, 20.82.
Javari Thomas, 28.2. Ellis third, 21.13. But Seville, fastest on the night at 20.53. The wind speed, negative 0.1. But I'll tell you what, Oblique Seville with just about 40 meters to go was smiling all over the place once he got past Javari and company. Had a quick smile to himself and eased off the throttle. Nigel Ellis finished third, 21.13. Johan Blake fourth, 21.15. So we're gonna cool it down a little bit with the men's 110-meter hurdles, and then we'll close the show with 5 100 meters, 2 for the women, 3 for the men. I'll tell you what, you don't want to miss that.
If you're on Buster Athletics, this is how they will line up in that 8th final, just in case you need a reminder of why you will definitely not leave before the very end. Orlando Winter, Bethlehem Moravian will go in lane 1. Odin McPherson of Spring Tech will be in lane number 2. Jordan Morgan of Dynamic Speed will start in 3. Then the big guns in the center. Zharnel Hughes of Racers will go in 4. Ackeem Blake of Dynamic Speed will start in 5. Adrian Carr of Motorcade in lane 6, with Elaine Crooks of New Era and Ashana Smith of Dynamic Speed in lanes 7 and 8. It's a good lineup for the women's 100 A final as well, with Joan Levy of Swept set to go in lane number 1, Anthony Strong of MVP in 2, Lavanya Williams of Elite in 3, Kashika Cameron of Elite in 4, Serena Cole of MVP in 5, Toby Emerson of Racers Track Club in lane number 6, Renisha McGregor of Ludalo and Mona in 7, and Crystal Morrison of Titans in lane number 8. Let's give away some more tickets. Shall we, Olive?
Yes, yes, yes. Ricardo, this time I was asked, what is this buy 100, you get 100? So the Grand Slam Track is offering Jamaica Sports Team group things, and they're offering schools, individuals, association clubs, and you buy 100 tickets, you get 100 free that you can sell, give away, it, and just use any way that you like. If you're not a group or team or club, you can join the Jamaica Sports Guide group. A group of 10 or 5, you can join the Jamaica Sports Guide group, and you will certainly get a ticket at a discounted price. So today, the beaches ticket is normally US $10, $1,600. But we are offering you those beaches tickets at $1,200. So persons are interested in buying the beaches ticket, you can get it right here on the racetrack for $1,200, or you can go to the website danceport876.com and get your beaches ticket. I don't think anybody else should try to get any tickets for you. But right time, we are also offering a discount on your regular Grand Slam ticket. So if you go to the website, you can get your regular Grand Slam ticket at discount from Jamaica Sports for the Grand Slam Track August 4th to August 15th. So, I think everybody is going to be on that ticket. have two Jamaicans running the 100-meter hurdles. Namely, two Jamaicans and an international athlete that will be running the 100-meter hurdles at the Grand Slam track. That's an easy question. One of them went to Excelsior and the other went to the Queen's School. She's the world champion! Defending world champion! The Olympic champ. Come here, my official. Come here, sir. You must answer. This is a business, right? So, tell me, 3 persons running in the 400, or this is the 100 men. 2 local athletes and 1 international athlete. One just run a while ago. Right? I'm running in the 100 meters tonight. That's right. One other international athlete that will be running in the 100 meters. Will they be running the 100? Short sprint they call it. So they'll be running the 100 and the 200. Each athlete will be running 2 events on the weekend. And if they top that, they'll be getting prizes of US $100,000. The biggest prize money, biggest athletes are going to get a good payout for the Grand Slam. Tell me one other person. He ran at the Olympics, he's a world champion. No, you're not coming to the Grand Slam. I give you one more chance. He's a Fred Curley is one of Jamaica that is so there are 3, if you look at the 3 persons running the 100 and the 200. So Oblique looked good a while ago. You think Oblique will win the 1-2 at the Grand Slam? What do you think? Oblique, how do you think Oblique will do at the Grand Slam? Right? Yeah. They expect to see Oblique winning the 1-2 and beating all those other international athletes in Kingston, Jamaica. You think Jamaicans should have big up. Let's go down, big up our athletes when they're running at the Grand Slam. We have to come out and support, make the on the green, gold, and black track. You go to the red tent to collect your prize. The red tent to collect your prize. The red tent to get the discounted details ticket, $1,200 worth of $1,600. All the discounted Grand Slam tickets, regular Grand Slam, you're getting the best price of Jamaican sports. We give out one more ticket after the curtain, before the 100 meters. Big 100 meters coming up, where you'll see Ackeem who will be running against Oblique, Craig Curley, Deandre. Wow, that's an exciting race that we should all come out and watch. In the 400 meters hurdles, and I think we should see Cinema Cochran going after the world record in the 400 meters, guys. It's a great opportunity for Kingston, Jamaica. Let's go out and support the Grand Slam track on April 4th to the 6th at the National Stadium on the beautiful green, gold, and black track. Okay, so they're not quite ready for the tournament. Jamaica Sports Hub, major international events. We take Jamaicans all over the world, from Doha, Paris, World Championship. Tell me, which is our next major international event that Jamaica Sports Hub packages offering to Jamaicans and all persons who are interested in going to the next international event that Jamaica Sports has going Sorry. What is the next international event that Jamaica Sports has packages for? We have 9 days, 10-day package. We have finish line tickets. We have finish line tickets at the World Championship. Next event. I know some of them know the answer. Of course, that's an easy answer. What is the next? It is in Tokyo, Japan, September the 12th to the 22nd. So, World Jamaica Sports has packages for the World Championship in Tokyo. I see the circle I'm going to get this ticket. Oh, thank you so much. Alright. Let's keep putting out the hurdles, but Ricardo can give you the lineup for the athletes that are now competing in the 100-meter hurdle. And I think my officials feel that they've been left out. This question has to be for my officials. The hard-working officials, the javelin, the field events officials, the track umpires, the finish judges. This is a question to our officials, our hard-working officials. Our athletes cannot compete unless you have the officials. Richard runs at the World Championship while indoor. If the high jump officials were there for him to get the standard of 2.0 meters, he would not have been there on that bronze medal. Easy question. Name 3 athletes that are going to be running in the 110 meters hurdle. 2 Jamaicans and 1 foreign athlete. 110 meter hurdle. We have a world Olympic champion. We have an Olympic champion. We have our Olympic medalist, and we have some other international athletes. Name 3 athletes that will be competing in the 110 meter hurdle at the Grand Slam. Nobody don't know. Where's the official? Official. Wow. Nobody has the answer for who's running at the 100 meter hurdle. Who's running the 100 meter hurdle? Okay. The Grand Slam track. We have 2 Jamaicans running in this is so easy. Team 2 Jamaicans running in the 110 meter hurdle. Vibrant not running this time. And department Olympic champion from 2022 Olympics. But one of my favorite athletes, he always makes the team. Always makes the team. Okay, Orlando Benny. He is one of the challengers. Orlando Benny is one of them. He's a warrior. He always making the team for the last 4 years. So he gets the 2. So what's the international athlete? Julian, can you give me all names of the 110 meter hurdle athletes that will be competing in the Grand Slam? Julian? Who is that? All the way from Manchester, tell me who you want to but you know that I know you got the dance right track in your section. And best athletes in the world will be competing. 100, 200, 400, 400, 800 meters, 1500 meters, and 3000 meters at the Grand Slam track. Okay, so we got our long-standing officials. Troy Doyle is one of our long-standing track umpires, track referees, track umpire. He's been one of our long-standing athletes that we don't see on, but on them for all the champs, making sure that everybody goes running them late and they don't run outside there. So we're looking forward, everybody. Please come out and support the Grand Slam track. Go to the www.jamaicasports826.com and you get specials on the Grand Slam track tickets. Youth, 10 and over, schools, clubs, churches, come out and support the Grand Slam track.
The athletes for the 100 meters finals, women and men, were needed at the start area. The athletes for the 100 finals, women and men, were needed at the start area. Here's the lineup for the GC Foster College sponsored men's 110-meter hurdles. In lane number 8 representing Jamaica College, Bernardo Thompson. In lane number 7 representing GC Foster College, Clayton Simmons. In lane number 5 representing MVP Adaria Phillips.
Welcome back, folks, and we're gonna start out with the 110-meter hurdles for men. We have a lineup here. In lane number 1, we have Joel Facey of GC Foster. In lane number 3, we have UA Mona's Joel Brand. In 5, Adaria Phillips of MVP. In 6, Clinton Simmons of GC Foster. And lane 8 sees Renando Thompson of Bethlehem Moravian College. Please go to their marks now. So it's Facey, Brand, Phillips, Simmons, Renando Simmons of Bethlehem Moravian, as the gun sends him off and running. In 3, Brand gets a good start. Looks as if Brand is leading. Phillips trying to come through. Here's Phillips going by Brand, and Adaria Phillips is going to win it. Pretty nippy time as well. 13.76 for Adaria Phillips. Personal best 13.47, and he starts out 2025 with 13.76. Brand, who got a good start, finishes in second in 14.04, and Simmons 14.08. So Adaria Phillips 13.76, early season, very early season, but gets the job done. Well, time confirmed now at 13.79, wind negative 1.1. Brand in second, 14.04.
Men's javelin throw competition in progress. We are in round number 3, the leader, Elvis Graham.
So the javelin going on, and I think that is the biggest throw that I've seen so far. Wait the measurement on that, but I can tell you that Elvis Graham is leading with 66.10 meters. Richards, that's Evan Richards, 61.89 in second, and Devon Spencer of MVP in third, 57.91. I'll await the measurement on the throw that I just saw but I think it's pretty close to 70 meters. So Elvis Graham leading right now, and on personal best is by some distance the best in this field. Personal best of 77.31. National record holder, I think he is, Elvis Graham, 77.31.
The athletes for the women's 100
He's a little bit distant, he's a little bit behind on that distance today, but he'll want to get quicker as we talk about quickness. We get to the quicker or the quickest of the athletes at this meet, the 100 meters final, or 100 meter finals in this case, because there'll be more than one. So 2 finals on the women's side and 3 finals on the men's side.
And the conclusion of the men's triple jump competition. Sean D. Thompson on a roll today. Had 8:02 in the men's long jump to win that. And he returned to take the triple jump, the Underrun sponsored men's triple jump. And he did so in meet record style as well. 16.61 meters for Sean D. Thompson. Fabulous performance. That came in round number 4, negative 0.6 meters per second. The wind speed on that performance, bettering the previous velocity first record of 16.2.
So Sean D. Thompson having a ball at this meet,
over 16 meters, the other 16.09.
winning the triple jump in addition to winning the long jump. So he won the triple jump with 16.61, a meet record for him and a personal best as well. So he's beaten his personal best by a massive margin and gotten up to 16.61 has Sean D. Thompson. So he's in fantastic shape, is the youngster. So over 2 meters in the, over 8 meters, sorry. So over 8 meters in the long jump and over 16.5 in a triple jump. So he's in fantastic form and looking to get better. The next event on track, scheduled for 7:30, is going to be the 100 meters for women, sponsored by the SDF. There are going to be 2 sectional finals, a B section and an A section, and we go from 7:30 just to about 8 o'clock. 5 100 meters to close the show. And I'm looking at the women's section. And that women's section is going to be quite a treat, A finals. But on the men's side, that is going to be the close of the show. Zharnel, Hughes, Ackeem, Blake, Adrian Carr. Yep. Don't want to miss that. So I'll give you the lineup now for Section B, the women's 100 meters. In Section B, we have Odessa France of GC Foster in 1, Paris Summer King of Versus in 2, Shara Henry of Titans in 3, Shavana Grant of Titchfield in 4, Angelina Ferguson of Dynamic in 5, Tritania Lowe of GC Foster in 6, Shaniel Dawson of UTEC in 7, and Brianna Gardner of Motorcade is listed in lane number 8. Fastest in qualifying, actually Grant of Titchfield at 11.99, the only athlete to break 12 seconds.
Representing GC Foster College by way of Guyana, Odessa France. In lane number 2, she qualified with 12.42 seconds. Representing Racers Track Club by way of Great Britain, Paris King.
So again, fastest in qualifying, Grant at 11.19. Sorry, 11.99. That's Shavana Grant.
Shavana Grant in lane 5. 12.10 in qualifying for dynamic speed.
She's also the fastest in the field at personal best at 11.59. That's Grant of Titchfield. That 11.9 also represents a season's best for her.
Representing Motorcade, Brianna Gardner. The lineup for the women's 100 meters B final.
So this is the B finals. The A finals will come up after this, and then we'll have the men C finals, B finals, and then that big A finals. Have a couple of 10-8 men, 9-8 men going in that one. But the lineup for this B finals again, it's France, King, Henry, Grant, Ferguson, Lowe, Dawson, Gardner. As the gun sends him off and running, Grant gets up, Henry is there, Grant takes charge now. Also coming is Ferguson, but Grant is going to win it, and the high schooler win it. 11.75 for Grant. Shavana Grant of Titchfield, 11.76, the time confirmed now. Low in second, 11.87. Third is Ferguson, 11.97, Angelina Ferguson. But Grant, Shavana Grant, 11.75, gets the win there.
That was the B final. Nice bit of excitement. The intensity will increase for the A final of the women's 100.
So the A final is next, and that is going to be good as well. Just checking the wind there on the B finals. The wind negative 0.3. So the wind still negative, still blowing against the athletes, but not as strong as it was earlier in the day. We got wind speed as high as negative 2.6. So the wind has died down a little bit, and it is cool conditions here at the Ashenheim Stadium. But the action on the track is still very hot. Let's give you the lineup now for the A finals of the A final of the women's 100 meters. We have Jura Levy of Swept listed in lane number 1. In lane number 2, we have listed Antonique Strawn. In lane 3, of course, Antonique Strawn representing MVP. In lane number 3, in lane number 3, we have Lavanya Williams of Elite. In lane number 4, Keshika Cameron of Elite. In lane number 5, Serena Cole of MVP. And lane number 6 from Racers, Toby Amusan.
Representing the MVP Track Club, welcome Serena Cole. In lane number 5, 11.22 at her best. She represents the Elite Performance Track Club, Kashika Cameron. In lane number 3, after the high school system and moving into the senior ranks, representing Elite Performance Track Club, the former William star, Lavania Williams.
So, Ranisha McGregor, who did 11.76 in the heats, not starting. Also not starting, Crystal Morrison, the fastest in qualifying. Toby Amusan at 11.41. She's also fastest in terms, well, fastest in qualifying, fastest in terms of personal best. Anthony Strawn at 10.92. Let's see what happens here. Again, the lineup: Amusan, Cole, Cameron, Williams, Strawn, Levy. You're Levy in lane number 1. Gun sends them off, and oh no! So there's a break at the start. A break at the start. A couple of athletes actually got pretty far down the track. Serena Cole, one of them, got to about 40 meters. And looks like Lavania Williams also. As this one is called back, we'll wait to see what the officials say. Only 6 turning up for this final. And I'd hate to see someone being disqualified. I think the starter's assistant has stopped in lane number 3, and Lavania Williams has been disqualified. So Lavania Williams of Elite would have competed in lane number 6. She's disqualified. So the lineup: Levy, Strawn, Cameron, Cole, Amusan. Only 5 will go in the finals. Look to lane number 5 as Cole, and 6, Toby Amusan. They're the 2 fastest in qualifying. Gun sends them off and running, and Cole gets up to a good start. Cole is ahead of them. Also coming well is Strawn. Here comes Toby Amusan. Toby Amusan goes by goal and wins it. 11.30 for the world record holder at the hurdles. Toby Amusan, 11.28. Toby Amusan, that second half of her race, unmatched. Cole came through for second, 11.45. The wind speed negative 0.5. Toby Amusan unmatched in the second half. Once she's close, she's going to be coming. Strawn in third, 11.46. So the 2 fastest in qualifying come through for the top 2 positions. So 11.28 for Toby Amusan. Serena Cole second, 11.45. Anthony Strawn third, 11.46. Kashika Cameron in fourth, 11.71. Levy finishing fifth, 11.74. So season's best there for Toby. And we'll go to the Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters. We'll have 3 sectional finals. We'll start with section 3, where we have Javon White of GC Foster in 1, Nakada Hines of Titans in 2, Lennon Green unattached in 3, Kyle Richards of UMona in 4, Nikoi Drummond of Swept in 5. In 6 we have Kere Kasui of Racers, and 7 we have Kishan Thomas, and Thomas represents Motorcade. Omarion Barrett of GC Foster is in 8.
In lane number 5, 10:46 at his best, 10:67 in qualifying, representing Sweat Track Club, Nikoi Drummond.
So this is going to be a pretty tight race, as all the athletes pretty much close in terms of qualifying, but fastest in qualifying is Drummond, Nikoi Drummond, of Swept. But we have to watch all these athletes, everyone, because the qualifying quickest, Drummond at 10:67, and then Barrett the slowest at 10:80. So that's how close it's going to be. This is going to be very close racing. The athletes are called to their blocks. Good. Sends them off and running. Lane number 5, Drummond gets up to a good start. Katsui is there. Also on the inside, White going well, but Drummond comes through for the win. 10:51 for Drummond. Nikoi Drummond came in with the fastest qualifying time and got it done. 10:50 is the confirmed time for Nikoi Drummond of Swept. Looks as if Kendai Katsui in second. We'll await the official results. We know that Drummond has won 10.50. The win negative 0.3. Nikoi Drummond of Swept Track Club has won section C of the men's 100 meters. We await the other results. As I said, expected close sprinting, and that's exactly what we got.
For the C final of the Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters.
So still no times yet for the Grace Kennedy sponsored men's 100 meters. It was close, very close, but I think maybe, just maybe, the Japanese Katsui got second. I don't think we'll have time for that because I'm going to have to rush over to
10:63 for Kyle Richards in second position.
So Kyle Richards actually got the second place position. So Richards 10:63 in second, and Katsui in third in 10:63, White in fourth in 10:64, Hines fifth 10:71, and Thomas 6th 10:79. Told you it was going to be close. Let's go to the B finals, and we'll start with Rashid Foster of Maiko in 1. In 2 we have Makish Compton of Sprint Tech via St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In 3, lane 3, we have Ashani Sigri of Dynamic Speed. Is a 10:57 man at his best. Actually did that in qualifying. And in lane number 4 we have from GC Foster World Under 20 relay gold medalist Jace Witter In lane number 5 from GC Foster College, 10:49 man as his best, Tayshawn Barnes. In lane number 6, man from Sprint Tech via Canada, Brandon Rodney, 10 seconds flat man at his best. In lane number 7, representing MVP, a 10:25 man at his very best, Mario Williams. In lane number 8, from Racers via Zambia, 10:31 at his best, Sitali Kakini. So let's go and verify that the fastest in qualifying was actually Sigri. Fastest on personal best is Rodney. Again, expecting close racing here. Witter is also going to be in there. 10:58 in qualifying. Also Barnes. So this is going to be, again, a pretty close one. Well, let's see if anyone can separate themselves and go faster than 10:50. Gun sends them off and running as it's a pretty even start. Mario Williams going well. Witter is also there on the inside. It might be Foster outside. It's also Kakini. Is it Kakini? Is it White? The flash time 10:49. Kakini, the Zambian, has won it. 10:49 on the outside, lane number 8. What a run. Foster in second, 10:51. So it was lane number 8 and lane number 1 who went at it. I thought Foster had it for a while, but the Zambian in lane number 8 speeding in the last 20 meters. Satali Kikini coming to Jamaica and getting a win in a final. What a run from him.
10:57 in third for MVP.
So Williams in third at 10:57. That's Mario Williams.
Once again, negative 0.3 meters per second.
The wind negative 0.3. So the wind speed has stayed negative and has stayed consistent at negative 0.3. So top 3 in the C finals, Kakini 10:49, Foster 10:51, and Williams 10:57. And let's see, we go to the final race on the night. This is the big one, the one we've all been waiting on. 2, 9, 8 men will take part in this finals. Let's give you the lineup. In lane number 1, former St. Elizabeth man Orlando Wint, representing Bethlehem Moravian College. In lane number 2, representing Sprint Tech, O'Dane McPherson, 10:21 at his best. Dynamic Speeds Track Club's Jordan Morgan is in 3, 10:29 at his best. Former World Championship bronze medalist, representing racers via the UK, 9:83 at his very best. World Championship silver medalist Zharnel Hughes in 5. From Dynamic Speed, we have former World Indoor 60 meters bronze medalist, 9.89 at his very best, Ackeem Blake. In lane number 6, from Motorcade, 10.08 at his very best, Adrian Carr. In lane number 7, representing New Era, a 10.46 man at his very best, New Era Track Club's O'Dane Crooks. In lane number 8, representing Dynamic Speed Track Club, 10.24 at his very best, Ashani Smith. Fastest in qualifying at 10.11, Zharnel used. It looked very comfortable in qualifying, did use. Ackeem Blake, though, cannot be discounted. 9.89 at his very best, 10.23 in qualifying. Set a personal best at 200 meters this year at 20.20. We watched the middle lanes, 4 and 5, Hughes and Blake. Will we get sub 10 here? Gun sends them off and running. Whoa, wow, wow, wow. And we've had a recall here, and someone seems to think that one of the favorites may have false started or may have gotten out to a better start than is legally allowed. I don't know about that. We have to wait and see what the officials do. But the suggestion is the crowd is here to see that matchup, Blake versus Hughes. We want to see that race. So maybe, just maybe, we let it be. The officials are huddled and they're having a conversation now. I think there's a red card out, is it? I'm looking, I'm trying to determine what is going to happen next. I'm also wondering if this will affect the start of this race. I think, let's see what happens here. Yellow card. And there's a sigh of relief in the crowd. So yellow card, and all will stay. Let's give you the lineup again. It's Wind, McPherson, Morgan, Hughes, Blake, Carr, Crooks, and Smith. Ashani Smith in lane number 8. But again, we're watching the middle lanes. Hughes and Blake. Zharnel, Ackeem. They settle in their blocks now. A hush descends on the Ashenheim Stadium. Gun sends them off and running. Let's see if we can get sub 10. Ackeem Blake is ahead of Zharnel Hughes. Ackeem Blake, here comes Zharnel Hughes. Ackeem Blake, 10.05 for Ackeem Blake. Ackeem Blake, 10.06 confirmed now for Ackeem Blake. 10.14 for Zharnel Hughes. And Carr, 10.29. Ackeem Blake got up to a very quick start. Zharnel Hughes in the final 20 meters was coming, but I would want to think that the extra work that Ackeem Blake has done at 200 meters meant that he was able to hold off a fast finishing Zharnel Hughes. 10.06 for Ackeem Blake. He's on fire. Personal best 20.20 just last week, and then 10.06. Ackeem Blake is in fine fettle. So let's see if we can give you the full results. So Ackeem Blake, 10.06, the winner. Zharnel Hughes in second, 10.14. Adrian Carr in third, 20.29. McPherson fourth, 10.32. O'Dane Crooks in fifth, 10.47. Morgan sixth, 10.48. Winth in seventh with 10.60. And Smith came through for eighth in 10.62. Checking for javelin results as we're about to wrap this show up from the Velocity Fest 16, which happened in the Ashenheim Stadium in GC Foster. So I said I saw a big throw coming at one point, and I said it was over 70 meters, and indeed I was correct. So my eye was correct. So Elvis Graham winning the javelin throw with a throw of 70.09 meters, well ahead of Xavier Richards of Reckless Control with 61.89, and Devon Spencer of MVP with 61.05. So that is it from Velocity Fest 16. The next big track meet that will happen will be at the National Stadium. Of course, it is the biggest high school event, not just in Jamaica, but in the world. And that's the ISA Boys and Girls Championships. That starts on Tuesday. See my good friend Marlon. Marlon Perry having a little bit of fun with me. I'm in my purple and white shirt. I'm not representing any school. I'm talking about ISA Boys and Girls Championship, but I'm not representing any school. And it might be a champs. It might be purple rain. It might be a purple rain, not purple rain, but purple rain. So Tuesday we'll find out if it's purple and white again and blue and white again, or if it will change. I'm certain we'll have a discussion about champs and about what will happen there. So stay tuned for that. We'll have that discussion at some point before the start of champs on Tuesday, and I'm certain we'll have some discussions as we go through champs. But I think that's it for today. I want to thank my crew that was here with me, cameraman and technical operators, everybody who made this meet possible. And of course, the Paul Miles Foundation. Want to read out and say a thank you to Paul Miles for his sponsorship of the meet and making this one possible. So again, this coverage is sponsored by the Paul Miles Foundation, standing strong with Jamaican student athletes, focused on rural high schools, driven to nurture Jamaica's next generation of stars, empowering youth through sports, music, academics, and technology. The Paul Miles Foundation, where dreams take flight because Jamaica runs on talent and we run with them. The Paul Miles Foundation, supporting Jamaica's future champions. Big up yourself again, Paul Miles. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate all those who listened and were a part of this coverage. We'll see you guys soon.